Hey everybody, it's Kitty Cat Creator here with Create This Book, Episode 1. I started this book back in August, but I will be showing you the rest of it on camera. So let's get in to Create This Book.
The first thing I'm going to do is flip to the page that is the rule page. My rule is to put a date on every page. Then I am going to flip to the first page I am doing in this video, which is create a meal. Draw or write about your ideal meal. Don't forget dessert. I already have the 2 pages I will be doing today cut out and drawn in pencil, so I will show you the outlining. This bowl of ice cream is where I messed up. The whole thing just looks weird. When I colored it in, I didn't remember what those lines were on the bottom, and then the cherry stem just looks whack. Now I'm going to be doing the Toblerone chocolate, and then the forks for the fondue, and the baguette, and the cheese in the pot. Many things in this fondue. And then these apples. I think the apples turned out quite well. Now I will be doing the lunch section and then doing a tiny little macaron in the corner. Next, the breakfast section with eggs and bacon. Now going back in and filling in a spot where the line was a little squiggly. Now I'm going to be doing the egg yolk and the shadows in the egg. I wanted this drawing to look kind of cartoony, and that's why there's no shading. There's just these little lines. Then finishing up the bacon and adding lines to those too. Now the grilled cheese sandwich, which took quite a while to get around all those little edges. Then cheese. The cheese that is very melty, just the way I like it. How long will it take me to get in frame? 12 seconds and 54 milliseconds. The instructions say create a meal, but here I decided to create a full day of meals. So I suppose you could say I put a spin on the instructions, but you're allowed to do that. It says in the book that you are allowed to do that, and I think the writer of the book actually wants you to do that more. I think that putting a spin on the instructions makes the instructions even more creative, and that you can be more creative, and it shows that you can be more creative with the instructions. So, if you were to get this book, a spin on it. That's what the book wants you to do. As you saw, I just colored in the baguette and the drippy cheese. Now I am moving on to the fondue forks, and then moving on to the pot. As you can see, the pot is black, like most pots are. And I think this looks so cool, doing that right there, coloring it in like that. Just sped up, it looks real cool. And now coloring around the dinner in the section, with gray this time. And now I'm doing the background a red. I don't think I should have done it red. Then moving on to the milkshake. I wanted to make it like it was a certain brand, that's why I did it like that. And then following that over the top with lighter colors so it appears to be more correct. That's the color the ice cream was supposed to be, but it looked like that on camera. The chocolate chip ice cream. Now I'm doing the chocolate chip cookie. And adding the little dots. Then doing the background orange. Again, I'm not sold on these backgrounds. I don't know if I should have done them or if I should have just left it plain. I thought the space was empty though, so that's why I did it. And then doing the cherry and some other highlights, and that's the final page. Here is the guide to it all. Probably can't read it though. And then create a meal, the instructions. Now back to the book. So I'm going to the next page, which says create nostalgia, which is like memories. And then it says make this page sentimental. And I was going crazy over that. Okay, we're jumping right into the outlining. And first, I'm going to start by outlining an African Cape buffalo. And then I'm going to be outlining an African leopard. You guys are probably thinking I've been to Africa before. Yes, I have been to Africa, and I wrote a book on it called The Many Butts of Africa. And so here, as you can see, I am drawing the big five of Africa, which are elephant, lion, rhino, leopard, and Cape buffalo. Now I'm going to be coloring it in. So this Cape buffalo is going to have brownish black fur, and I'm layering it just to get the color more pigmented and more the color I want it, because Prismacolor pencil set I had doesn't have a gray. It has a silver and a black, and that's it. So it's tricky to get different tones of gray when you only have like one gray, quotes around that. Now doing the spots on the leopard. And then coloring that in an orangish yellow. So in Africa, I saw this leopard. Well, everybody who was on our little car saw this leopard kill a warthog. We literally watched it right before our eyes, and then it dragged it up a tree. It was so cool. And you're probably wondering what that is on the rhino. That's just mud, because they roll in the mud a lot, as we saw in Africa. And then coloring it with that silver that I have in my set. Oh, and by the way, I am so excited to be back this week. I missed last week because I had a ton of homework I had to do, and so I'm very, very excited to be back and to post this on Sunday. And then doing the lion. The mane is where this line gets interesting, because it just gets interesting. Until it's all done, it looks kinda weird. Now it's done. It doesn't look that weird. And then doing those awkward legs that I had forgotten to sketch out. Now doing the elephant of pink. No, I'm actually doing it gray. It was just a color change. You can probably tell because the lion looked green. Okay, so then doing it gray, making sure to put in all the necessary shadows. And then I am drawing water droplets coming out of this elephant's trunk. This is gonna be like a whole big stream of water going across the whole top of the page, because I thought it looked plain and I didn't know what to add, so that's what I added. Now here's the outlining that I skipped. Here's where I messed up terribly. On this butt, these T's, I made them as big as the S, and then I made them taller. And then I added them blocks, and then I tried to make them look like waves. It just didn't happen. Okay, now as you can see, I have finished writing the many butts of Africa and shading in the blue stream of water. And now I am filling in the water droplets. And now here's the final page. I really like this page, besides that one spot. Create a page of polka dots. So this penguin's name is Carmel, and he is wearing a lot of polka dotted clothes. And
there's polka dotted snow falling behind him. I made the northern lights as well, and he has been sledding from his igloo over to where he is now. I love this page.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed Create This Book. Bye!